If you happen to find yourself out in Southeast Asia, chances are you will see a lot of little miniature statues from a company called Pop Mart. Now, for the most part, these are of no interest to me because they're very kind of cutesy looking, very cartoonish, and as an example, there's a current set out there for Star Wars, but all the characters have very sort of angelic looking faces, and it's not something that was of any interest to me. However, I did see this one set for G1 Transformers that caught my eye, so of course I had to pick it up. So stay tuned, and when we come back, we'll get into this box and we'll see what they're all about. Welcome back. Now, as I was just saying, these Pop Mart statues are everywhere in Thailand, so much so that there are even vending machines in the mall where you can buy one individual blind box statue. Now, the whole concept of blind box or blind bag is something I am really against because it preys on kids who keep spending their money in the hopes of finding the one figure they really want. And in my case, I was not prepared to take my chances and perhaps get duplicates or not get what I really wanted. So to remedy that, I bought the entire damn box. Now you will see it costs 3,580 Thai baht, which is approximately $100. Now they were selling these individually for about 400 baht a piece. So not only am I making a saving, I'm also hopefully getting a complete set. Now in this instance, a complete set is 12 Transformers, but some of these Transformers come with the body parts to build a 13th figure, which is Devastator. Now, I'm not going to waste any more of your time waffling on. Let's go ahead, get this set opened up, and see what we get. So I've now removed the plastic wrapping, and as you can see, the box art is absolutely stunning, and I believe Optimus Prime will punch out to make a nice counter display. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep the box intact as is. Now on the side here, we can see what we're hopefully going to get. So we have Optimus Prime, Grimlock, Bumblebee with a part of Devastator, Rodimus Prime also with a part of Devastator, Ironhide with a part, Jazz with a part, Galvatron with a part, Six Shot with a part. And it's interesting to see Six Shot here in such a limited selection, because normally you would not expect to see him there, but only 12 figures are offered. We also have the obligatory Starscream, Shockwave, Soundwave, and Megatron. Now, as I said, when you open the box here, I've cut the plastic. You can see how Optimus Prime will punch out. He's coming out slightly. I want to keep that intact, but all 12 have been packaged in the correct way, so everything is, you know, a uniform. It's not a big detail, but to me, that is a nice attention to detail and good work on Pop Mart for doing that like this. So I'm going to put this to the side and I'll bring out each box and we can see what we get, and let's hope there are no duplicates in this box. So first up, let's take a look at one of the boxes. So as you can see, a nice image of Optimus Prime there and a image of all the items that should be in this 12 pack, along with the parts for Devastator. And all in all, a very nice little box. And as I said, in many of the malls I've been to, they have vending machines where you can buy one of these. Obviously, it's a blind box. There's no way of knowing what you're going to get, which is not something I am a fan of. So it would appear that we simply rip this tab across. Yep, we have the sort of tape underneath, so I'll put that back in the box. And then I'm assuming it'll be in a little bag, and indeed it is. And it simply says, Pop Mart, make something fun. So They also have a card here. So let's see here. So I know what's inside this bag. It's Shockwave. I guess these are somewhat collectible cards. That's not at all bad. Maybe I'll display these. But we also have the desiccant pellets. Do not eat, so if you are hungry, do not eat one of these. But let's see what the figure is like. And of course, with these simply being statues, there are no transformations, but also came with a nice sort of protective sleeve over his weapon arm. So first impressions are it's a very solid little statue. Articulation 0. Nope, no articulation, but you know what? These are statues, and as such, they should not move. This is really nice, and they're not just in a straightforward pose. There's a bit of action going on here. So this one stands up very well. At the end of the video, I'll show you these all lined up. But my first impressions are, it's very nice. Now, in terms of what I paid, I guess with the sort of discount for buying the whole box, we're looking at what, $7 or $8 per figure, which does seem slightly pricey. But when comparing this to the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, I forget which one it was, who offered us those very cheap statues, this is definitely an upgrade. So there is Shockwave. Pretty cool. Next up, again, just to confirm, there are no indications as to what you're getting inside, unless, of course, you do open it, which is very unfortunate. As I said, I do not like the fact that kids will be buying multiples just to get the one they want, but let's not dwell on that too much, and let's see what we get in this bag. So, do you want me to open the bag without looking at the card? Yeah, let's do that this time. So this time, I don't know who's in this bag. It's definitely a smaller bag. And we have none other than, 6-Shot. And he comes, nice, with a part of Devastator. And again, just to confirm, we do have the card here, if I can get it out. And there's the card with 6-Shot, and it's telling us that we have the left arm of Devastator. That's pretty neat. But yeah, I am actually liking these cards. Pretty cool. And again, no articulation, but on display, it's not going to transform itself. So looking like this, that is pretty cool. And we'll keep this part to the side as another boat goes by. I do apologize for the noise pollution there. So this time, no need to show you the box, and we'll do it as a surprise. Fuck me, he's even tooting his little horn. So this time, again, that's a much bigger bag than 6-Shot, but we have Bumblebee, and he even has a bit of foam between his legs. Or is that a big white willy? I don't know, but let me take this out. I tell you what, you've got to hand it to the Japanese for their attention to detail here. This is fantastic, isn't it? A really good action pose. And as you can see, these stand up very securely on their own. And he also comes with a part of Devastator. And there's the head and the torso. And there's our little card here. Very cool. And again, just confirming, I keep getting this camera the wrong way around. confirming that is indeed the head and torso of Devastator. You know what? I'm actually enjoying this. It may seem quite trivial, but opening these boxes and seeing what we get is indeed a lot of fun. So now, who do we have? This one's quite heavy. Ah, Grimlock, I think. And it's just Grimlock. There we go. Very vibrant colors here. Really, really nice. And even though it's just a little rubber plasticky statue, it is very solid. So absolutely no complaints there. And there we go with the card Grimlock, and on the flip side, nothing, because he did not contain parts of Devastator. Moving on. Just rip it right open. This is like being a kid in the 80s again. Also another part of Devastator. It's Rodimus Prime. Now, interestingly enough, I don't have this in G1 form. I have Hot Rod, but I don't have Rodimus Prime. But that is really cool. And again, solid construction. And the fact that they're in somewhat of a pose just adds to the collection. There's nothing worse than a series of figures with their arms to their side, so I really do like these. So Rodimus Prime. Next up, what do we have? This is, let's see. In fact, I didn't even show you his card for Rodimus Prime, did I? I apologize for that. And his card got bent in the mail. There's Rodimus, and again, part of Devastator. But this time, I think this is just the one figure. I'm wrong, of course. Another part of Devastator. And we have Jazz. Again, with a big white willy. The fact that they would go to this much effort to make sure his legs don't get bent, that to me is worth the price of admission alone. Really nice attention to detail there. And again, another solid looking figure, very much like the G1 Jazz I own, except his legs are somewhat splayed, and I don't believe I can pose the arms as well as this, but otherwise this is a really nice looking figure. And I won't forget his card right here, and on the flip side we have the leg of Devastator. So we're almost halfway there. Well, actually we are halfway there. We're now in the home straight. So now, who do we have? Quite weighty bag, this. More Devastator. Ah, we got the weapon and an arm. It's Galvatron. Now, a figure I don't currently have in G1 form yet. That will be rectified, because I have found a source in Thailand that I can get some nice KO G1s from, but I do like the look of this. Actually, this is the first time I've ever held a Galvatron in my hand. That's quite interesting. And his card is like so. And again, just confirming it's the right arm of Devastator. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. And the funny thing is, even though they've gone to all this care of making sure nothing gets bent. Everything is really solid despite it being made of a rubbery plastic. There's no chance of anything breaking off here. So swiftly moving along. Let's see. You know what? It's so satisfying just ripping that off. And there, the fountain has just come on, so hopefully it's not disrupting the audio too much. And this time, it's Starscream. And also, he has been protected very well. So you can see here, he has been encased in plastic to make sure nothing gets bent. Let's just take a quick look at his card. So obviously there's Starscream, and because there's no part of Devastator, we just get the Transformers logo. And we've got a lot of wind going on here, so let me just put that all away. So there's Starscream in a classic sort of Starscream pose. Really happy with these. And oh, he's wearing a pair of sort of platforms. I don't know if you can see that there. But again, these stand up very, very securely. So when they're on display, there's no chance of them falling over. So they've got 4 to go now. So if you've been keeping tally, you may know what these 4 are going to be. And I'm sure my exuberance in ripping these open is annoying some people, but you know what? It's only cardboard. We've got an extra weapon here. So that's the first in this selection. Let's just look at the card. So it's Optimus Prime, who comes with a separate weapon, which is nice. And he has also been encased in plastic for his protection. Wonderful stuff. And I'm assuming that we can fit his blaster into his hand with absolute ease. Indeed we can. So there's Optimus Prime, complete with blaster. Fantastic. And I love the sort of puffed out chest pose they've given us here. And again, no issues at all with standing up. Really, really well made figures. So 3 to go. Who have we not seen yet? And again, I forgot to show you the Optimus Prime card. There we go. And because there's no Devastator with him, nothing on the back. This time we have more Devastator, and it's Ironhide. Really nice figure. In fact, let's be honest here, this is 10 times better than the G1 toy, which along with Ratchet, I rank as the worst G1 Transformers. But this one is nice, and his card is like this, and of course he comes with the right leg of Devastator. So there's that. 2 to go. Honestly, I've lost count of where we are, so these will still come as somewhat of a surprise to me. And I've got to say, having the sort of red tape under the tear tab makes things so much easier. And I took a peek at the card there. I know who this is. It is Megatron, who looks as menacing as ever. Wow, just fantastic. I am over the moon with these, and as I said earlier, I guess I'm estimating approximately $7-8 a piece. In this day and age, that isn't bad value, I guess. And it does say on his foot 2023 Hasbro, so these are a pretty new release. because these were not available when I was here in Thailand last year, which was from what, May until August. So these must have come out in the fall of last year. Really like this one, very nice, and his card is like this. So last one, and if you've been keeping score, you will know who it is. I actually don't. I've just been focusing on getting the video done and keeping my eye out for tugboats who will disrupt my video, but this is the last one. Who do we have? Ah, okay, I know who this is. That belongs to Soundwave, doesn't it? So it's nice that a couple of them came with extra items to add to the figure. So it wasn't just a case of opening a bag and getting a statue. But of course it's Soundwave, who looks as cool as ever, also with a big white willy. So I'll take this out if I can. There we go. And we'll get his weapon. Well, actually, his white willy was his main weapon, but this is the other weapon. And we'll stick it in his hand. Fits like a glove. There you go, look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really cool figure. And as always, a quick peek at the card. And there we go, there's Soundwave. I do like the sort of I'm guessing that's Japanese. Transformers Generations. So let me get Devastator set up and we'll take a look at him. So I've put together Devastator. Now, when doing the assembly, I was concerned because there were no obvious peg holes as to where to put the pieces. The reason for that is it's all magnetic. I only realized that because this is a little metal outdoor table, and when I emptied the parts out the bag, everything was stuck to the table. So this has been done with magnets. So there's no need to find little peg holes or have sharp pegs sticking out. It's all done with magnets. And as such, this is the heaviest figure of the bunch, but a very solid looking Devastator. And with it being magnetic, you can pose the legs and the arms any so which way you wish. So all in all, to get a bonus figure is really nice, and you might say it's an added bonus. So my $100 got me 13 really sharp looking G1 Transformers, albeit they don't transform. But given that my entire Transformers display will be in robot mode, these will make a fantastic addition, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, that was $100 very well spent. So as you can see, these were pretty damn cool, and these will make a great addition to my G1 Transformers collection. Now, as I said in the beginning there, the idea of blind boxing is horrible, and I appreciate I was fortunate in that I could go ahead, get myself the whole box and alleviate that problem. But if you are going to sell them individually, at least tell us what each figure is in the certain boxes. The very notion that you could end up spending hundreds of dollars just to get the one figure you really want, that is not on. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that look there at these figures, and as you can see, these really are pretty accurate to the G1 cartoon, very similar to the G1 toys. So as I said, these will fit in seamlessly with my G1 collection. So thank you all for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments what you think of these little statues, and as always, please just leave a quick like. It takes you a millisecond to click that thumbs up. Share the video, but most importantly, make sure you are subscribed and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.